Namaste, peace warriors. Hello, I'm Loni. How are you guys doing today? I am here at Milo Farm and I share messages that I get from my angels and my guides. Together, that grouping I call spirit. We have several entities and forces. Oh, funny that I say forces because the word today is force. So we have several forces behind us to help encourage us and guide us through this life. Even though we feel like we're alone a lot of times, it's not the case. So, as I said, the word that they gave me today is force. And they do give me a different word and they expand upon it before I start this video. And then I pull a card, one of the Milo Farm Oracle cards, and see what else they have to say. And it's always a surprise for me as well. So the messages that come from the cards is new. I get it as you get it. So force. They showed me this as power. They showed me this as our power, and our with a big O, a big U, universal, a universal power, a universal force, even more than universal. You know, sometimes we co-exchange universal with a God source kind of thing. So that would be more of like in line of what the type of power that this force is. And of course, talking about the force, I have to think of Star Wars. That comes to mind of like, let the force be with you, and the scene with Yoda, and how he's showing Luke how to use the force. And that scene, it was particularly talking about using the force of the trees and the ship and things outside, and tapping into that and using it to maneuver things. But the message that the guides and angels gave today about force is to tap into our internal force and to focus on that at this point, and then we'll get to tapping into the force of the trees and the land at another session. But what they wanted to say about force is that we carry this universal force with us, that we are so powerful. We're creator species that can make and manifest anything we want, and we just don't realize it. But we may realize it and not know how to make that happen. Like, how do we turn that into what is wanted? And the reason I say is wanted, so my understanding of manifestation is that it's when you're wanting to manifest something in your life, it's something that's going to be of universal need, or need beyond you. So if you want to manifest a piece of chocolate cake, that's only going to benefit you, and probably not benefit you much, but it's going to benefit your taste buds and your, what you need at that time for the chocolate to soothe you. But for manifestation to work the way that it's intended to work, is that your wish, your creation, should be a benefit to more than just you. So I want to create this special spot on the land and to extend the land so there's more love. And that is giving out. And it's something that's I don't need particularly. It's something that's going to benefit many others instead of just me. So that's kind of the idea. Digressing back to force is an important part of manifestation. That's why I brought it up. It's one of the biggest keys in the recipe of manifestation. So the download that they gave me about the force is that we carry it in us, and they want us to understand how to nurture it and intensify it and and how we can use it. So they showed me that, of course, we have the force in all of us, but the force center they showed me is at the base of our spine, which is our root chakra. That's kind of where we carry it. So for instance, you've heard of people that have Kundalini awakenings. They feel that energy go up their spine from the base chakra, go up their spine and intensify when it goes out. So what the guys were showing me is that that's where we carry it, is the base of our spine, and they want us to kind of meditate and focus on that, feel that force. And when we have it everywhere, it's everywhere, but the center of that force, of our life force, is in the base of our spine. So they want us to feel into that. And then as we're like meditating and feeling into that, like, you know, you can tap into it. It's like this electric ball that you feel like you could plug into. So let's tap into it and then meditate as it rises through each chakra. It increases as it rises. So you can mentally feel that and work it through. And it really increases, at least with me, when I did this exercise in my solar plexus, like stomach area, because that's the creative. This is the force is a creative energy. That's your creative spot in your body, energetic spot. So really intensified there. And then once it goes to your heart, you feel the force benefiting those that you love and what you love outside of you, but it's still inside of you, and it increases. And you picture your like chakras spinning in a clockwise motion, and then it goes up, and then it increases, and then it, like, feel it like touch the divine, and it like multiplies more than ever. But then it goes back down, and you carry it. It's like carrying a baby. So know that you have that force in you. Your particular force is coded just for you, but it's tied to the force of the whole universe, and that it's like this puzzle piece that goes into the bigger force with a capital F. So you're a plug-in, and like the more you increase your force, which is increasing your light, which makes it more contagious, as it does that, it helps increase the big F force. So, and then your gifts, your spiritual gifts, your healing gifts, especially starting with you, not necessarily Reiki, but starting with you, is stronger. So they want you to know how powerful you are and that you carry the force with you. So interesting. So, you know, and Yoda was talking about the force outside, and so that is like the good next exercise is to, but you have to understand yourself first. So understanding the force within yourself, which wasn't addressed in Star Wars, then you start understanding the force within nature and within objects. And, you know, we think that unanimated things like the singing bowl doesn't have a soul, a consciousness, or a force, but it absolutely does. So how do I tap into that singing bowl? And that's, again, one of the keys to manifestation. So I do a archetype and manifestation workshop every now and then. I don't know when I'm going to do the next one this year, but the first half of that is discovering what your archetype is at this point in your life, because it does change. And then after that, it's using how to use manifestation to manifest that archetype, but also to manifest what is needed here in your heart. So I'm using Milo Farm Oracle cards that I created based on this sacred land here. And whoa. The card that was pulled was Freedom. 5, which is my lucky number. Freedom Field, which is divine. So many parts of this land is just magical. But anyway, I've said Freedom Field. I have no words. So tapping in Okay. So what they're showing me with freedom and force is that we feel confined. Sometimes, well, especially the three-dimensional human feels like a victim. Like you were thrown into this life, you have to figure it out on your own. You're all alone. When we're evolving to know that we are not alone, we have our guides and angels. Even when we're alone, we have the spirit of the land or whatever we're around when we're in a place. We have the freedom to manipulate and create things, manifest things. We can step out of this matrix reality and step back in. We can do that. So the freedom of like understanding that force energy, they're showing me they're giving us wings. It gives us, they're not giving us, understanding this gives us wings mentally. Like we already have them, but it gives them, like, we realize, like, yeah, I can do all of that. I am a multidimensional light being that can fly literally or figuratively. So they're showing me that we are angels in our own right and we have wings, and understanding how we can use the force that's based inside of us and nurture it and love it and understand the responsibility we have of taking care of this ball of force energy that we are. We can so fly, and they're telling me joy, 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 fly, joy. It's beautiful. Like, this is the evolved human. They're showing me the image of the evolved human, and you are brave because you are here and you're one of us that are changing the world and helping humanity evolve. And when we can nurture our force and grow our wings and be an example to those that aren't where we are, then we should be grateful for that ability and that understanding, and be honored of that we're in this life now. So force and freedom, we are all free. We are free. You are free. You have the force to help you with that. I love you, peace warriors. I'm here to support you. My guides and angels work with your guides and angels to support you. So take on the world and know that you are a force to be reckoned with. You are a force to be reckoned with. Namaste. Until next time. Love you. Bye.